What's up guys, SH Games here, and today we are playing some more Spider-Man PS4, and I am standing on the Doctor Strange building. The emblem is right there. So that's very cool. And today I'm going to be going over all of the suits I've unlocked in the game. So starting off, we've got the advanced suit, which is really cool because of Insomniac. This is their made-up suit. And his suit power is battle focus, where you get extra focus to do finishers. Next is the classic suit, damaged. And this doesn't have a suit power, but it's still very cool to have a damaged variation of the normal classic suit. Next we have classic suit repaired, and sorry about that, guys. And next, its suit power is called Web Blossom, where he jumps up and shoots webs absolutely everywhere. And guys, you'll recognise that if you have ever played Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, because the Spider-Man in that game does the same things as his charge up ability. Next is the Noir suit. Now this is from the Noir Dark set of comics. And in the comics he has guns, but obviously in this game they're not going to give him guns, let's be real. So instead his suit power is Sound of Silence, where enemies no longer call for backup when they're alerted. Next is Scarlet Spider suit, which is very cool. I like it because of how simple it is, because it's a simple red suit with white eyes, blue sleeveless jacket with a giant spider symbol and like a Batman utility belt. So yeah, and its suit power is hologram decoy, where you create decoys of yourself and they talk to the enemies, and when they disappear they make enemies electrocuted. Next is the electrically insulated suit. Now this looks very cool here, but as you can see in game it does look quite dirty, very sadly. And its suit power is electric punch, where, well, that's self-explanatory. Your fists glow with electricity, and every time you punch someone they get electrocuted. Next we have the negative suit, and this is very cool because it's like Mr. Negative's, he's got his own suit in the game, and his suit power is negative shockwave, where he punches the floor and, well, a negative shockwave happens. Next is the Stark suit, as most other people commonly call it, the Homecoming suit from the Tom Holland variation of Spider-Man. And this is very, very cool. And his suit power is Spider Bro, where if you've seen the movie, when he clicks his emblem, the spider comes out. That's that, and it shoots little electric bolts at enemies. Next is the Secret War suit, where it's very cool looking. It's very simple, quite cool. And its suit power is Arms Race, where his arms basically explode with an EMP blast. Next is the Spider Armor Mark II, a very cool suit indeed. This suit also unlocks the Bulletproof, which is his suit power. And well, that's pretty self-explanatory again. A force field goes over you, which makes you bulletproof from all guns. Next is Spider-Punk suit. Now this is very cool because it's a Spider-Man suit based on 80s gangsters, and very cool looking in game as well. Next is the Wrestler suit, and if you've seen the first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire as the actor, then you're very familiar with this suit. The suit also unlocks the King of the Ring, which is the suit power, where you can web throw enemies without having to web them up. Very powerful indeed. Next is the Fear Itself suit. Now this looks incredibly cool with the shiny blue, the black, and then the gold gauntlets. In its suit also unlocks quad damage, where your arms glow dark blue, and when you punch people it does plus, I think it's 2 times the damage as it normally does. So very powerful. Next is the Stealth Big Time suit, which is incredibly cool looking, as you can see. And the green nanotech spider with the padded black parts are very cool. And it also unlocks Blur Projector, which creates a distortion field that can obscure you from non-alerted enemies' vision. So say if I walked in front of a non-alerted enemy with that activated, they wouldn't be able to see me. Next is Spider Armor Mark III, which reminds me a lot of Iron Man. And oops, wrong thing. And it also unlocks the titanium alloy plates. Now it's basically the same as bulletproof, but what it does is instead of just blocking them like that bulletproof does, it makes you bulletproof. But when the bullets hit the distortion field, they bounce back at the enemy. So very powerful. Next is the Spider-Man 2099 black suit. I don't know why it's called black. It's quite clearly blue, but anyway. Very cool with the spikes on the arms. Used to be my old favourite suit in the game. And it also unlocks low gravity when it decreases gravity when you're in the air. So when you're in the air, it decreases gravity so you float a little bit. Next is the Iron Spider from Avengers Infinity War. Very cool. So if we equip that, movie accurate. Also guys, and it's also got the iron arms as an ability, where they open up and then they basically wreak havoc. Next up is the Velocity suit, which is my favourite suit in the game, and that is it's very cool looking. That's why it's my favourite suit. And yeah, and its suit power, and there's a look at it there. And its suit power is Blitz, if I can find it. There it is. And what it does is when you run, it increases your speed, web swinging, it increases your speed with everything, and it also knocks enemies back when you run into them. Next is Spider Armor Mark IV. Now, this suit is incredibly cool because it's a shiny classic suit with a Halloween styled symbol. And it also unlocks, which is and this is the most powerful suit power in the game, by the way, guys, the defense shield, where you create a force field around yourself, but it absorbs all damage. So that's bullets, RPGs, grenades being hit, all of that, it gets blocked. So it's very powerful. Next is the Spirit Spider, which is very similar to like Ghost Rider, if you know a lot about Marvel. Very cool looking with the light blue like fire off the head and the demon spider, and if you look at the feet, it's like a skeleton. The spirits, and then the suit power also unlocks Spirit Fire, where a ring of blue fire goes around you, and any enemy that steps into that ring gets put on fire. Next is the Spider-Man 2099 white suit. Now this is very cool. Personally, I like the 2099 black suit more. So this is very cool. Then here I haven't unlocked it. I unlock it at level 41. And look how close I am to that, guys. It's very annoying. This is the comic book suit. And what this does, is, so basically to explain what it looks like, it's the classic suit, but it looks like cartoony and all of the blue has turned to black. That's what it looks like. And its suit power is called Quips, where you basically point two fingers at the enemy like finger guns from Fortnite, and then you insult them or wreck them in some way, and it also weakens them and stuns them temporarily. This suit, again, level 45 unlock. This is the Last Stand suit, which is very similar to Scarlet Spider. It's the classic Spider-Man's mask, but then it's got a black and red like long-sleeved puffer jacket with it, and then it's just got black jeans and black trainers. Next, you can't see what the suit looks like, but you can see the picture and the thing and the suit like power. This is the Undies suit, where it's the classic suit's head, but the only clothes he's got on is pants. His torso and legs and feet are all showing. It's a very hilarious suit. The suit also unlocks as a suit power Equalizer, where everyone goes down in one hit. So once it's activated, every enemy you hit goes down in one hit, but that also includes you. If you get hit once, you're dead. Very, very it's a good suit power, but you have to be like a really good pro to be able to use it. Next is, as you can see by the picture, homemade suit from Homecoming. To unlock it, you need to find all of the backpacks around the map. And it doesn't have a suit power, very sadly. I mean, they could have at least done like a broken web shooter where the web shooter malfunctions and it shoots everywhere or something, but sadly no. And this is an end of game reward, the anti-ox suit for Dr. Octopus at the end of the game. Super cool looking suit, very similar to the Stealth Big Time. Made of the same materials as Dr. Octopus's arms. It also unlocks resupply, and what that does is it constantly refills your gadgets when you're fighting, so quite good. This is the dark suit. Now, it's basically like the Miles Morales Spider-Man suit, and to unlock, unfortunately, there's no associated suit power. So you just have to use a different one for this suit. And to unlock it, you have to get all of the black cat like stakeouts with the photo. And there it is, guys. That's about it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, see you in the next video.